Hi, and here's lucky number 7, part of the fire sermon. I'm sure Elliot wouldn't think it was lucky number 7 if he was listening to this crap. So then we have Mr. Eugenides, which means of good stock or birth and can relate to someone called Eugene, who is likely the merchant from part 1. He's described as unshaven, which could allude to a beard, which comes back to that conversation about Roald Dahl and the twits earlier. So pocket full of currents could be currents as in the ocean and or electricity, but also raisins. 1 Samuel 25:18, Abigail bought David a generous gift, including 100 clusters of raisins, bread, wine, sheep, figs. Such a nice gal. David distributed raisin cakes in 2 Samuel 6:19 in celebration of the Ark's arrival in Jerusalem. Is Mr. Eugenides an allusion to David or a descendant of? Sif relates to documents related to travel, but I'm sure it means someone else, can't find it yet. Cannon Street Hotel was next to Cannon Street Station in London. For travellers coming via the railway, there was this sort of trend of building these beautiful hotels for visitors to attract them on the railway. And here in Plymouth, there was the Duke of Cornwall Hotel. Our illustrious Mr. Gill was definitely associated with the railway, Great Western Railway. I'm not sure about the hotel, but probably. Cannon Street in London houses the ancient London Stone, which I'd never heard of. It was originally called Candlelight Street, the place of candle makers, so an allusion to a light or a torch and the Philosopher's Stone there, but also to the candle makers of the new Patent Candle Company. There's a Cannons Town in West Cornwall in the parish of Lwchvan, which means place of ashes or burnt place, as in Norton, and that likely relates to a saint. To the northwest of the parish, on the southern rampart of the ancient hill for Castle and Dinas, is a Gothic folly called Roger's Tower. Jolly Rogering? Sorry, there was no need for that. I don't know why the name Roger would be relevant to anybody else, so I'll talk about that later if I do find something. And they have a weekend at the Metropole, which means Mother City, Metropolis, remembering that the poem was going to be called He Do the Police, the City, in different voices. Just flicking back a bit, because I completely skipped it. Bones cast in a little low-dry garret. Possibly relates to the making, what was it, out of bones earlier that I talked about? Soap or something. Because they stamped the soap with towers, garrets. Because Plymouth's symbol, for want of a better term, is the 4 castle towers. We used to have 4 castles and or 4 candles. Anyway, if that is the case, why the flippity gibbets is Elliot talking about Mr. Gill and his soapwork and his soda ash and his candles in reference to the wasteland and the Fisher King? Or more intriguingly, he was giving him that information. Even more intriguingly, what the fuck am I on about? Thanks for listening.